Welcome to In the Chute. My son Calen Carpenter and myself, Brandon Carpenter, are here to discuss something that I have no idea what it is, and he's going to whip it on me. This is kind of the nature of how we do this, these In the Chute episodes. So, what do you got?
So trying to keep things a little lighthearted today and onto a different subject. We talked about in the last couple episodes horses and then articles of clothing and whatnot. This one, I was thinking about today when I was going through some of our stuff that we have in the queue for in the chute, and essentially we've got different topics that
Wouldn't that be in the crowd tub?
sure in the crowd tub for in the chute, yeah, but it's different things for topics that we could discuss, and we think of things and we put them down and then we pull them every once in a while.
Sure.
This one, a couple years ago, we were calving, and we saw a calf on the ground, and it was a beautiful day. It was actually dry. There was no snow, and
I think I know where this is going.
we had to go and get a
Wind was
tag.
blowing. Wind was blowing like hell. That's a part of it.
The wind was blowing, and we saw a calf down, and not down as in bad, but it had been birthed, it had been calved, it was laying down ready to be tagged and potentially banded for if it was a little bull calf, it put bands around the testicles to eventually fall off, much like you put like rubber bands on a sheep.
Much easier and more humane and
absolutely
simpler to do than
well,
castrating
and
when they're old.
less chance of infection or something too. That's the big one.
Yeah.
But we saw this calf. We're headed towards it. There was the three of us, you, me, and my brother, and we were headed towards it. And I think Braden was driving. Yeah, Braden was, because you were in the passenger seat and I was in the back seat.
He was driving. Yeah, it was in the feed truck, in feed pickup with. It's got a flatbed on it, so
And
yeah.
We see this cow, and we could not get it separated from the calf. And we were like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Got the flatbed pickup. We're gonna try and put the pickup between the cow and the calf, and I'm gonna jump out on the driver's side door, grab the calf, throw it on the back, and then we'll tag it and we'll band it. And we do this actually fairly often. It's not a difficult task. You just kind of separate yourself from the cow so that the cow doesn't take you
Well,
and potentially harm you.
Usually we can just do it on the ground. The cows are pretty docile. I mean, they
Most
get mad,
of them.
but there are a couple of them that it's probably better to put this calf up on the pickup, and cow's not going to get to you. But
like this one. And what we tried to do was just that maneuver.
well, we had a plan. We had a plan.
Okay, please, you take it over, because the title of this is going to be 22 a day. So I'm going to, or 22 a year. I'm sorry, 22 a year.
22 a year. Yeah. Well, yeah, we had that plan. I mean, it's hard to get between a cow and a calf with a pickup, but sometimes it can happen. If there are cows out away from there, you quick get in there and she can't see what's going on. She'll come. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But you got some time to work. Well, this one was not even, there was no way this plan was going to work. But with three brilliant minds like, you two and me, we had a plan. And the plan was just drive up alongside this thing. You're behind your brother who's driving. So we have this crew cab pickup. So you're there on the side. You were going to jump out, grab it, throw it on the back, and I'd get out on the passenger side and climb up on there with you. And we get the number. We've already made a tag for it, so we got the number of the cow. So we're going to put the number of the calf on there. I think it was a steer calf or a little bull calf. I remember.
I know we just had all the implements in case. I had the
yeah.
tagger in one hand, and then I think I took the banding pliers and I put them in my pocket so I could just grab them if I needed to. But.
Well, and it's significantly less time and less involved to tag a heifer than it is a bull, because you don't have to do anything with a heifer except just tag it. And you can
make sure it's in the correct ear, right or left, and throw it in.
Turn the right way, and you're ready to go. But so the wind is howling, and so it's hard to open a pickup door. And you started to open the pickup door, and you're holding it open, and the cow takes you, and you close the door really quick. And I said, she's just bluffing. God, just be a man.
I was like, I don't think so. She seemed pretty serious to me.
Yeah, and that's easy for me to say from the front seat in the opposite side of the pickup. But you tried that a couple of times, and then you just balked. You said, no, I ain't doing it. So I had a revolt on my hands. Couldn't let that take place. So I thought, well, you know what? We got to get her away from this calf. So I said, I'll tell you what, let's do. I'll distract her, and when she comes after me, then you grab the calf. And what I was trying to do is make her come out to the front of the pickup, away from the calf, and then give you time enough to do just that. So I got out there, and I'm stepping out and got out of the pickup, and the door, I'm fighting to get it open and hold it open so I can get out. And I'm thinking, this isn't really good because this door keeps going closed. I got nowhere to get into it. And Braden, he wasn't much help at all. He's driving. It's like, hey, this is my job, dude. I'm doing everything I can do. I mean, you guys can handle this. And so I get out there and I get in front, and man, she is mad. This cow is throwing dirt, and she's pawing, and her head is down, and she's bluff charging. And
there were a couple of times, the reason why I shut that door, she came at me and she almost hit that door. And I was like, I'm not playing this game.
Yeah, you get you caught between a door and a pickup. They'll crush you. That's horrible. Yeah, you could die doing that. So I'm out there in the front of the pickup, and I told Braden before I left, I says, hold this door open from sitting here. Just reach across and push and keep that door open for me, because if I have to come around and she takes me, I need to get away from her. Maybe I can get back in here in time. And he's like, you guys, this isn't a good idea. Because I read an article lately here not too long ago, says that 22 people a year are killed by cows, mostly when you're calving. And we're like, where'd you hear that? Yeah, it's more people than are eaten by sharks.
I was going to say, and it's coming from my brother. So the first thing we do is like, okay, this is a made-up flag. Yeah, he's totally just fabricated this out of the middle of nowhere. Now, more people than are eaten by a shark, I believe that, because that's a pretty low number in the world. But
he's also saying this from the safety of behind the steering wheel too,
and
right?
It's around 22. Like, where did the round just 22 come from? That was my thing. I was like, that's a pretty round number, Braden. Like, there's no like 22.7 a year or something like that. It's just 22.
Round. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I get out there and I trying to get this cow to take me. I'm hanging onto the front of the pickup, and she's not paying much attention to me. She's more fixated on you because you've already been there.
Yeah.
And so I step out there, man, she takes me, and I run around the pickup, and she goes back to the calf before you tried to get out and get it.
I was just about to touch the calf, and she came back around. I'm like, nope. I start running.
Yeah. So then I'm out there again, and I can't get her attention because she's fixated on you again. And so I'm out there a little further and a little further away from the pickup.
And you got your hat, and you're kind of like,
I got my hat in my hand, and I was shaking my hat to get a hold of her and get her attention. And she comes at me again. Braden's holding the door, and I hear, 22 people, Dad, 22 people a year. We never did get that tag or that calf tagged at that time. You know what? Yeah, the hell with it. Let's just go ahead and we'll wait till we feed. And we fed, and she was not leaving that calf at all. So we said, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll just go to the house, and we'll they were up close, so we'll just keep an eye on her. And then we noticed there was nothing around where that calf was, and then we snuck out there through another pasture through the gate, and then zipped over to it, grabbed it real quick, and we got all the business done. By the time she almost got there in time, though. She was on a run.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was on a dead run coming back.
Oh yeah, that was close. But yeah, I'll never forget there. I'm out there. I can't see Braden because he is holding the door open, good to his word. But I'm hearing this 22 people a year.
I was sitting in the back seat laughing my butt off because I was like, I'm not getting out. I know where this is going.
Yeah, you'd revolted. There was no Second time you'd forgotten that. It was like, I think I'm on my own on this one. I'm not going to do anybody any good. But so we were almost 23 people a year killed by cows that year.
So the next question, and to finish this one up, what happened to the cow?
I believe I took that cow to town.
Yep, sure did. She was not there next calving season.
She had a bad attitude about things like that. So, and she was, and I can't blame a cow for trying to protect their calf. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But that cow would do that nearly all year long. It's like, okay, this is out of hand.
And I think she figured out a way to skip bail and jump the fence every once in a while too. So
number 31, as I recall.
Yeah, gone. I think you're right. Yeah,
gone.
She was famous. They got those what do they call them? Those Missouri jumping mules or something like that.
Yeah.
Where they just flat-footed jump. That's what she did.
She's a pretty athletic girl. Yeah,
flat-footed jump.
Especially if she had some incentive like human.
Yeah, for sure. All right, for 22 a year, I think we'll put that to pasture.
Right.